What's up, YouTubers?
Hey!
I'm G Infinite.
Ultimate Q.
And today we want to send a special shout out to all the dads, like my boy over here, Ultimate Q.
The first one to get me.
I want to send a special shout out to my father and my brothers for being amazing dads. I love you guys. See you guys soon.
Also a special shout out to my dad, my brother, father-in-law. You didn't do that one, did you? All right. And also to Infinite G. Also, he's a father, you know. I don't know how. But
I am. I dabble a bit in kids.
You know, he reproduced.
Dabble a little bit.
So,
you know, my you guys met my cyborg son, Ultron, mini cyborg.
True.
You know, but definitely a shout out to all the dads. Today we're going to be talking about a very influential figure and a very powerful figure that was brought to my attention. Who actually we didn't know we were going to go with him, but we're going to talk about Odin, the All-Father. They call him the All-Father because he's very powerful. Odin is an influential figure. Of course, for those of you that don't know, Odin is the dad of Thor and Loki, the adopted son. Shout out to those dads who are adopted sons. And
we basically decided to do Odin, said Thor there, because it was Father's Day. So to a Father's Day tribute, we wanted to look for a Marvel character that was a father.
Yeah.
And we had a hard time looking. The only one that came to mind was Odin. He's the only one that I can think of that's been somewhat of a good father. Most fathers in Marvel are horrible. They try to like eat their kids or kill them.
Somewhat. I like in the movie when they were telling Thor, when Thor was like trying to stand up for Loki, he's like, he's my brother. He goes, well, he killed this many people. And he goes, he's adopted.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's cool to see the comedy between Thor and Loki. And you see that in Ragnarok a lot. But definitely Odin is a very powerful figure. And I would even go ahead and say definitely more powerful than Thor himself. The reason why is because Odin has been influential throughout the realms. And I'm going to let Q talk about that in more detail. But I'm going to go ahead and just describe the first figure. The first figure is from Marvel Legends Wave Infinite, Marvel Legends Wave 1 Infinite series. And this is Odin the Build-A-Figure. Very cool Build-A-Figure. As you can tell, this came with the Thor Build-A-Figure. And the reason why is the body is very similar. The only thing is one has an axe. And as you can see, he has the Odin Force staff. And of course, the helmet is different. And you could tell it's Odin by the helmet. This one is Thor, of course, King Thor. And you can tell.
So that's King Thor.
King Thor. And so you have here the different capes, which also describes Odin. As you can see, his is blue, and of course, King Thor's is red. And also, what I like about it is that they gave King Thor a metal arm, but everything else is rather similar. They both have the eye patch. For those of you that don't know, and he's gonna let you know why Odin has an eye patch and why he's missing that eye. I don't want to get into details. Of course, he's the source, so I'm gonna go directly to it. But yeah, a little bit about Odin.
Yeah, I'm the source.
Basically,
Odin Borson. That's his full name, Odin Borson. Marvel took it adapted it from Greek, Norse mythology.
Okay. Well,
not Greek, Norse.
Yeah, well, we could say mythology in general.
Yeah. So basically, he fathered Thor and Loki. That's why he's a father for Father's Day. His debut was in Journey into Mystery number 85 in 1962, which, if you've been watching our episodes, you see that 1962 is a very popular year for introducing a lot of new characters. That's when Kirby and Stan Lee were at their best, just knocking characters out.
And they were just banging out a bunch of different characters to make sure that that branch of which is Marvel or DC grows. Of course, you know, as you can tell, you already know what side I picked. Even though I still dabble in a bit of DC, I'm Marvel to the core.
Yeah. But also in 1980, Odin was featured on the cover of the Mighty Thor number 294, and he looks pretty cool if you go look at that, which you should be seeing it right now. Obviously, he's from Asgard. He's an Asgardian. He was the king of Asgard, the ruler, like you said, the All-Father. He also had basically three other brothers, which was Call, Vili, and V, basically. And at that time, Bor was the one that was his father, Bor, right. Barry's son. Barry's son.
Bor Barry's son.
Barry's son.
So what they do, and for those of you that don't know, they carry their dad's name, so it will be like Thor Odin's son, or like just like they say Odin Bor's son. Yeah. So in other words, they have that branch off of their dad's name to carry that legacy.
Now basically, I'll be Q Lewis' son. All right, so to go on a little bit to distract y'all, as you know in the movie, Sir Anthony Hopkins was the one that played Odin, and I don't think they did him justice because Odin is 6'9", 700 pounds.
Wow.
Okay, Sir Anthony Hopkins is like 5'5", 150 pounds. So they didn't really,
True. It's very true.
Yeah, so the movie doesn't do him justice, but Sir Anthony Hopkins is an amazing actor and he did a great job. But yeah, so those of y'all who don't know who we're talking about, if you look at Thor Dark World, or Thor Ragnarok, is the father, Odin.
Yeah,
that,
he comes out in the Dark World, the second part to Thor, where Malachi's forces are attacking, and you see Bor come out through a portal, and they're fighting the armies of the Dark Elves, which is an amazing, for those of you that haven't seen it, they show Bor, he's the one with the helmet, the battle helmet, and he looks like the older gentleman. A lot of similarities to Odin. Yeah. So yeah. So
now we're I want to get into more of the figures because there's one that looks amazing, and those of y'all are probably wondering, those of y'all who don't really read comics, who just focus on the movies, you're probably thinking, why is Odin wearing the Destroyer armor? Bro, I'll let you know, but first let's talk about
definitely. What I want to get into now is the very, very cool. Sorry about that. Don't worry about it. And then I want to get into the Destroyer suit. This is Odin with the Destroyer outfit, and of course this is by Marvel Diamond Select. And the coolest thing that they did was that they gave him also the interchangeable head, so you could either put Odin's head on it or you can put the Destroyer's head on it. And for those of you that don't know, they gave him, of course, the sword of flames, I believe. He used that in battle to defeat one of his brothers, but I'll let you talk about that. And what he did was he forged this armor to also keep Asgard safe. Yeah. So when Asgard was under attack, because for those of you that don't know, Odin, as strong as he is, he goes into what they call the Odin sleep. Yeah. The Odin sleep is for him to regenerate his power. So when he regenerates that power, he wakes up fully energized and ready for battle. So he built the Destroyer with the sole purpose of having him protect Asgard, aside from, of course, Loki and Thor that were there. But it's just an extra for measures. But this is a very cool suit. I love the metal. I love the spikes they did on the side. Definitely one of the cooler suits. If you look at the back, they gave it a couple of the brush strokes of black to show the detail. And it looks very rustic. Very, very nice. Very nice suit. Well done. Rustic?
No, you good. I got you.
Did I say rustic or rustic?
What do we say? We control words.
We control words. Words don't control us. And the sword, of course, that looks very, very cool. I definitely love the way the figure went with it. I like the height, the size, because Marvel Select, like I said, they do one of the best jobs when it comes to height. So definitely a cool figure.
Now, so talk about the armor. A lot of y'all who only watch the movie just see a Destroyer, right? But what you don't know is the original reason of this armor was that Odin created it to fight against Celestials. Oh, that's right. I said it. Celestials. Those of y'all who know about the Marvel world, you know that Celestials are some extraterrestrial, overpowering beings. I'm not gonna say the God word, but they're pretty up there. Yeah. And basically, Odin has fought against them. Yeah. That's how strong Odin is.
And the good thing that now that he brings up these battles against the Celestials and Odin showing full potential of his force, they also show Odin defeating other characters, right, in the Marvel universe.
Oh man, let me see. He fought against Galactus. It was a crazy battle. You should be seeing a picture right now of Odin headbutting Galactus in the forehead, and then just you see Galactus like face all shattered, like the helmet and stuff like that. He also fought Annihilus. Annihilus is another one that he fought, and all these characters that I'm gonna mention are all huge characters.
And don't forget of that incredible scene where he fought two characters at the same time. You know what I'm talking about.
Look, some of y'all gonna have your minds blown.
Yeah. Prepare. It's gonna blow.
He fought at the same time and defeated at the same time Silver Surfer and Thanos. You okay? Everybody all right?
Drop that bomb.
Calm yourself down. But yes, he defeated Silver Surfer and Thanos at the same time. Okay? Then he also defeated Surtur. Surtur, for those of y'all who are not familiar with Surtur, if you watch Thor Ragnarok, he's the big guy all on fire with the big helmet that Thor beat him up in the beginning, and then he destroyed Asgard. That's Surtur. They made him look like a chump in the movie. Yeah. But in real life, he's something.
He's powerful.
Yeah,
he's powerful.
Matter of fact, he's so powerful that Odin and his brother Vili and V went to Surtur, Surtur's realm, when they were younger, and the only way that they were able to escape is Vili and V sacrificed themselves for that Odin can survive and leave. But when they sacrificed themselves, Odin was able to absorb them and gain their power and strength and make himself even more strong and powerful.
And that's cool because Odin, from what we were talking about, Odin can almost take a world of people and generate it into one person, which I was mind blown because he has the power to manipulate matter. He can open up portals, right?
Yeah.
And who was that? Who was it that he actually?
Mangong.
Oh, Mangong.
Those of y'all who are deep into Marvel, knowledge, y'all know who Mangong is.
Yeah, Mangong.
Basically, Mangong is basically one of Odin's abilities, which they gave him this ability. He could take for example, he could take Earth. He could take all the beings on Earth and condense them into one person. He could take billions and billions of people and make one person. And in that one person is created out of all these billions of people. So Mangong is basically a being that has billions of people who hate Asgard and hate Odin because that's what Odin did to them. Odin basically created Mangong, and now as you see, anybody who read comics, you know that Mangong has battled against Asgard and Odin for years to the point where Odin has defeated him and banished him. But he can basically be like, you know what? I don't want to deal with the whole planet, so I'm just going to and make you one person. Okay? So it's crazy. But hey, I think G has something special for us real quick.
In my battles with Odin, I don't think he could defeat me anymore. Not after one of these.
Look at that.
Now, Odin might be tough, but hold on,
you need an on switch. Woo, look at that bad boy. Oh my God. Easy with the fingers, if you know what I mean.
As you can see, after wearing this, I feel extremely powerful. And I would battle Odin if I had to. Especially with this beautiful Thanos glove from Marvel Legends. That's nice. With the Infinite Stones, and as you can tell, this is done by Marvel Legends. This is the Thanos Gauntlet. Very, very cool. Just a new thing I could add to my collection, but I wanted to bring it out there and mention it.
And basically, he can move all the fingers.
As you can tell,
it's movable. It's pretty cool, man.
So very, very cool. Definitely something you should have in your display. If you're a big Marvel Legends fan, definitely, I would recommend you guys pick up this glove. You can probably order it through ThinkGeek or GameStop. They mainly make these, and they have them in bulk.
And if you are a true Marvel collector, you need to have that. Because if you don't have that, you're not a true collector.
If you don't have the gauntlet, then you're not going to be able to defeat anyone. I'm just saying. So one of the coolest things about him, And something that I have to say about Odin that we probably forgot to mention is that when Odin battles people, he has what's called the Odin Force. So if he's just strong regularly, the Odin Force makes him like a billion times stronger. That allows him to outmaneuver and outpower a lot of people, such as Galactus and all these other people that he has defeated. When he talks about him defeating Thanos and Silver Surfer at the same time, that's no joke. Like, you gotta have power. But the last thing that I want Q to mention, and something that was brought to my attention, is how he made Mjolnir, the hammer that he gave to his son Thor.
Now, I'm a little cloudy on this, but basically, no pun intended. But basically, it was a storm, like a cloud storm type of being that came to Asgard. Very, very powerful. I might need to, at the end of the show, I'll make sure I put a little banner and put the name of it and everything, because I hate talking about something and not having something to back it up. I don't like doing that,
right.
But I'm doing that right now. So basically, people out there who watch the movies, you might think that the hammer was made just like the Stormbreaker was made. But in reality, it wasn't made like that. It was made, basically there was a being, like a storm type of being, almost like Galactus. You know how you seen the movie Galactus? Right. He was like a cloud and stuff that came and attacked Asgard. And it was very powerful, and it took Odin everything he had to fight against this being. And when he finally was able to overcome him and subdue him, he was able to take him and forge the hammer out of him. Mjolnir. He was able to make Mjolnir.
Now, anyway, we'll give it to him.
Yeah. Mjolnir. He was able to put all that into the hammer, and that's what created the hammer.
Which hammer? That hammer?
Yep, there he is. There's Mjolnir.
If you want, you could. I believe it has the almighty quote there.
It says, "Whosoever holds this hammer, if he be worthy, he shall possess the power of Thor." Oh my God! Look how
right there.
Look how
right
he
there.
picked it up.
Look how easy. Hey, that means he's worthy. That means he's worthy, guys. You're best.
Okay. All right. So I'll put it back.
Yeah.
But you can't talk a little bit about this amazing figure?
I'm gonna go ahead and just really quick. I brought him out. And I noticed Q's been eyeballing him for a while, so I'm gonna go ahead and talk about this. This is Marvel Legends, or Marvel Universe, Frost Giant. Marvel Universe came out with a Frost Giant, and for those of you that are looking for him, very difficult to find. I was able to get my hands on him a while back when Marvel Universe was dropping some of their bigger, larger figures, such as Galactus, the box set, and of course they dropped the Frost Giants in a box set. So I was like, let me get a couple of them, so when I do displays, which I normally do with my figures, when I do displays, they look pretty cool. The Frost Giants battling Thor or battling Odin, either or. So very, very cool. He comes with a helmet, like a battle helmet. You can take it off. He's an ugly monster if you don't know. Yeah, I know. Frost Giants are rather ugly. But very, very cool. And I like the outfit they gave him. He almost looks like one of those monsters that from Game of Thrones or something like that. Very cool, very cool.
Yeah, and he also has that nose ear piercing that some of the people that I know have them.
Oh, those nose piercings.
You know who you are.
Yeah, very cool.
So real quick, I'm gonna talk about his abilities. So as I'm talking about, you should be able to see a picture of Odin. Odin has all the abilities of his son Thor, but to a greater degree. Basically, Odin is capable of manipulating the Odin Force, a powerful source of energy for a number of purposes, including energy projection, creation of illusions and force fields, levitation, molecular manipulation, communicating telepathically with other Asgardians, even if they are on Earth and he is in Asgard. That's insane. Yeah. So he can basically talk to people's minds from a whole other planet. That's how far. He can also hypnotize humans, channeling lightning to Earth from Asgard, controlling life forces of all the Asgardians, and teleportation. The character also used the Odin power for greater feats such as transporting the entire human race to an alternate dimension, stopping time, pulling the remains of distant planets down from outer space to crush its foes, compressing population to an entire planet into a single being. I already talked about that, okay? No, I'm gonna keep on going. I'm gonna keep on going. He also took the soul of the demon Manifesto.
Oh, Mephisto, yeah.
Okay, and Odin is capable of destroying an entire galaxy, allowing him to engage with such people as Galactus on their own terms.
Not only that, he can destroy a galaxy and bring that rock down on someone, right? If he wanted to.
Boom.
Boom. Roasted. Now that we gave you all that info, I know we gotta send a special shout out to Marvel Addicts.
Marvel Addicts,
guys. We want to thank you guys for supporting us, and not only that, but we send you a lot of love. Shout out to Marvel Addicts. For those of you that don't know a little bit about Marvel Addicts,
Marvel Addicts is a group on Facebook. They have over 500,000 members. So if you're looking for a Marvel group to join that has all the information about movies, comic books, characters, figures, go join Marvel Addicts. All right, go there, support. You'll find them on Facebook, Marvel Addicts. All right. So we'll put a banner up here. We should be seeing their name and stuff like that. Again, you'll find them on Facebook. All right. Yeah. So other than that, God bless.
And last but not least, special shout out to Michael. Michael.
That's right.
Shout out to you, man, for always adding
Michael G.
Always adding comments and supporting us. Special shout out to Michael.
Yeah, Michael.
Only got 2 hours of sleep, to tell you the truth.